Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's video, I want to take you through some first sniff impressions of a new candle collection that is launching over at Kringle Candle towards the end of October here. So this is the Holiday 2025 Reserve Collection. I had mentioned in most of my holiday post-burn reviews of the Kringle Candle holiday collection this year that I was pretty sure that we were going to see a holiday reserve collection, and it has arrived. Kringle was kind enough to send me all 4 of the fragrances that are going to be launching so that I could share my thoughts with you. Today's video will just be me showing you the fragrances, giving you a true first sniff impression. I'll obviously tell you guys about the notes and all of that fun stuff there. And then over the course of the next several days here, I'm going to be burning these candles, and you will see post-burn reviews prior to the actual launch. So if you usually tend to watch some of my videos to help you decide whether you want to invest in anything or not, please know that those videos will be out prior to the actual launch. So hopefully that helps you determine whether you want to pop any of these into your cart or not for the upcoming holiday season. So I'll put a link to where to shop with Kringle Candle at the top of the description box. If you want to save yourself 15% off of your purchase, you can use my discount code Melanie15. I'll put that on the screen here. All of that information will also be in the description box below the video. So as always, feel free to reference that. But I'm really excited to sniff through these, and I really do appreciate Kringle sending them my way. So without further ado, let's get into the 4 fragrances and kind of discuss what this lineup looks like for this holiday season, specifically in the Reserve collection. I can't recall whether I mentioned the actual release date or just said end of October in the intro, but these are going to be launching on October 28th at noon Eastern. So that is when you will find these officially released on the Kringle Candle website. Okay, I went ahead and cut open the box before filming this video, but I have not stuck my nose into any of these fragrances, so these are my true first sniff impressions. If I don't like something, I'll let you know. And if I really love something, I'll definitely let you know. And if I am ambivalent, I will let you know about that. So anyway, I'm just gonna grab one of these. I have no idea what I'm grabbing because I can't see the labels. So we're gonna start with Holiday Roast, which I'm actually kind of excited about. So let's take a look at the label first. Love the label. Looks like we've got got one of these. It looks like we have a nice mug of, I don't know, like a latte with a little latte art, and then some presents and some coffee beans. So cute little label here. Obviously we've got the black jars because these are the Reserve collection. So let me tell you what the notes are first, and then I'm gonna stick my nose in this. Okay, Holiday Roast. For the top notes, we have espresso and cocoa bean. The mid notes are wood and tobacco, which I thought was interesting. I'm not sure how that's gonna translate. And then at the base, we have musk, leather, and spice. I don't know what to expect from this one because honestly, I was hoping for a nice, straightforward coffee scent for the holidays, something creamy, something just really delicious and authentic in terms of like a coffee or latte type of fragrance. And the leather and the tobacco and even the wood in this one just leaves me thinking, what is this gonna smell like? So let's experience it together, as in watch me experience it. Let's see. Ooh, okay. It's really interesting. First of all, I do smell that cocoa right away, but I also definitely pick up like the espresso beans as well. Like it's a really like dark roast type of coffee note for sure. But there is a little, just like a little tiny bit of like a tobacco, like a pipe tobacco in the background of this one. I don't entirely hate it, but it is a little strange. I do get a little spice here, but I feel like the only spice that I'm getting is mostly nutmeg. Feels like there's like quite a bit of nutmeg in here. The wood, I don't get any wood. What else? The musk. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of like a muskiness. This is really interesting, you guys. I don't know that everyone's gonna love this. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I think this fragrance is a little strange. There are a lot of things going on in here that I normally would not necessarily put together, but I also don't, like, as strange as this is, I don't dislike it. I actually kind of like it. I'm more so curious how this is going to transform when I actually light it. Something in here also smells a little bit cooling, almost like a little like whiff of peppermint in the background, but there is no peppermint listed at all. But something smells a little cool, like a little fresh, cool, minty outdoorsiness kind of vibe. This is fascinating. This one's really interesting. I mean, I wonder how they decided to blend this one. This is one where I think I'm gonna have to burn it, and it could go one of two ways. It could just be really unique and interesting and good, or it turns into like some kind of a disaster when it's actually lit. I love the label, but I will definitely say that I'm a little bummed that it's not just a like straightforward like creamy coffee type of scent, because I thought that would be really, really nice for the holidays. So anyway, we're gonna put this one into the we're gonna have to wait and see category, because I do find it really interesting and likable in a weird way on cold sniff, but it could be a strange one once it's burning. So let's talk about this one. This is the Enchanted Winter, and I really love the label on this one. It is just a snowy Christmas tree with lights on it. So pretty. Very, very simple label. And the notes on this one sounded like they could definitely be, this could be a winner. So the top notes for Enchanted Winter are pine, fresh, and green. The mid notes are cypress and gin. I thought the gin might be kind of an interesting accent in this one. And then at the base, we just have woody. So I'm hoping that this is kind of an interesting, straightforward, like Christmas tree type scent with a little something, maybe some extra like juniper or something from the gin in the background. I do love a juniper note, so I don't know, let's see. Ooh. I think I smell some gin, it's like just some gin in here. It's like there's a little splash of the Bombay Sapphire gin in here, just a little tiny bit. But it's very much a pine forward fragrance. It's very fresh. It's more of a cool outdoorsy pine. And then almost right after that, I do get a little interesting green note, almost like a leafy and grassy note mixed together. I don't know what that has to do with Christmas necessarily, especially like that grassiness that I'm picking up. I wouldn't think to put that in a holiday scent. Seems to work in here. I do like this fragrance. It's a little, not a little, I think it's quite a bit different from some other tree scents that Kringle has done in the past. By the way, I would say for me, I really like the Christmas fragrant. I think that's probably my favorite tree scent from Kringle. I think I would go with Christmas. Christmas Stroll is really good too, but I love that original Christmas. That's delightful. But this is definitely different from both of those. And I think it's that gin that's giving this an interesting kind of, yeah, a little bit of like a juniper type note. Cypress, I do smell the cypress in here for sure. Nothing overly like woody about it, like no extra like mahogany or oak or, you know, any other woody type of note that you typically see in home fragrance, but this is nice. I think this is a well done, more unique take on a Christmas tree scent from Kringle. This is one that I think will probably go over quite well, at least just based off of my cold sniff impression. I think this one's gonna go over well with probably most people. I like this. It's different. I like that gin in there, and I don't normally go for the boozy scents. Every once in a while, Kringle does a really great boozy scent, but also sometimes they do things like Manhattan, which is, that one is an absolute no for me. There's way too much booze. But this is nice. It's just a hint of gin. So definitely enjoy that one. I really hope I'm grabbing the gingerbread next because that's what no, the gingerbread's gonna be last. I'm not gonna say that this is going to be a love of mine, only because it's candy cane martini. I expect this to be very, very pepperminty, and I don't normally love peppermint scents. Now, the Snow Walk from the holiday collection, I actually did enjoy that one, but that had quite a bit of vanilla in it. I don't know about this, just based off the notes, I'm not 100% sure. So we just have a martini glass here with what looks like a candy cane martini. Looks like a Cosmo as well. So anyway, whatever it is, it's cocktail. So the notes, the top note is just peppermint, which makes me think this is going to be very, very minty. The mid notes, peppermint sugar and vodka. And then at the base, we do have vanilla and citrus. So maybe there's enough vanilla in here to tone that like candy cane, peppermint candy cane note down, but not gonna hold my breath. Ooh, if you love some peppermint, I think you should get this because this is the mintiest little peppermint. This smells like an actual candy cane, or like those little round candies that you get in a restaurant, the after dinner mints, if you will. Yeah, that's what this is. There's definitely some vanilla in here. I will admit that there is vanilla, but there's not a ton of it. It doesn't add enough creaminess to tone down that like really sharp peppermint type note that is in here. It's very strong peppermint. You peppermint people, you're gonna be in heaven here, that's for sure. I don't pick up vodka. Peppermint sugar, yeah, I mean, it's sweet. It is a sweeter peppermint scent. So honestly, it smells like a candy cane that, you know, you dipped in like some vanilla cream. Like that's what this smells like. It's creamy peppermint. So listen, as far as creamy peppermints go, it's nice. It is nice, but it's a little too sharp for my nose. I'm hoping that maybe this tones down a little bit. We'll have to see. Oh, I wish that I loved peppermint the way that other people do around the holidays. For me, I feel like anything in the like mint family, with the exception of sweet mint, anything in the mint family for me just reminds me of either gum or toothpaste, and I just have never wanted my house to necessarily remind me of chewing gum or toothpaste. Everyone's a little different, you know, in terms of like the types of things or smells that they enjoy, but to me, while I like having fresh breath that's pepperminty, I guess I don't want my house to smell that way. So lastly, this is one that I am really anxious about because I have now officially finally gotten into gingerbread candles a little bit more. I kind of tend to struggle with a lot of gingerbread candles because they oftentimes smell very like ginger heavy, like very almost like spicy ginger. And when I think about the type of gingerbread that I love to eat, it's the really soft gingerbread that's not like overly heavy on the ginger. It's definitely in there because it needs to be, it's gingerbread, but it's a little bit lighter, right? Like there's maybe a little bit more focus on like the cinnamon and the nutmeg, not just the ginger. So this is the Jolly Gingerbread, which I do love. These actually look like, yeah, they're gingerbread cookies. They're just beautifully decorated. They look almost like sugar cookies, but I guess they are brown, so we'll call them decorated gingerbread cookies. So love the label here. Very classic, beautiful holiday image. Let's talk about these notes, guys. I am hopeful. Okay, so at the top we have baked gingerbread accord, then we have creamy butter. I love me some butter. And the mid notes are cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and ginger. So we've got all the other spices there, which I like to see. And then at the base, this also makes me really hopeful. We have sweet light cream and vanilla bean. So let's see if they nailed a like soft European gingerbread or a more, I feel like, traditional spicy American gingerbread. Ooh, I think they may have landed in the middle. It's just a hair more spicy than I would like. Maybe that'll tone down once I actually get a flame to the wicks here, but I think this smells really promising. Listen, I love that the first thing that kind of comes to mind is that vanilla and that like light cream that I mentioned for the base notes. I smell quite a bit of that in here. So that makes me think that maybe those notes can help tone down the ginger when the candle is actually lit. This is the first one I'm going to light up later on today because I'm so excited about this one. It's a little spicy ginger, but not overly spicy. Like I said, it's almost right in the middle. I wish it was a little bit more to like the softer ginger, but it's not bad. I'm just thankful it's not an immediate like, absolutely not, because that was what I was afraid of. But this is really nice. It does smell very rich, very decadent. You can smell like that butter reference in here for sure. Very gourmand. A true edible gingerbread scent for sure. And kind of right in the middle of that, like not overly spicy, but not, you know, like maybe not spicy enough when it comes to the ginger for some people. But I do like this. This is promising, and this will be the first one that I review for you, I promise you, because this is the one that I'm most excited about. I am still going back and forth about whether I'm gonna pick up the Velispa Gingerbread Chalet. I've had a few people now tell me that one just has not performed for them in terms of strength and throw. Like what they can smell is nice, but it's kind of a dud in terms of the strength and throw performance. So I'm a little hesitant to spend that kind of money on it, but I do think that particular one maybe is a little bit more of a softer gingerbread scent. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if you bought the Melissa gingerbread and what your experience is in the comments down below. I may still end up getting it, at least in the 3-wick tin, but I really want the jar. The jar is beautiful. But this right here, I think this is very promising. And if this is one that after I light it, it performs well, I would pick up a backup of this, because this is one of, like, I feel like the first years that I'm really starting to get into gingerbread for the holidays. And it's nice to finally get into that mood, because normally I've kind of skipped over the gingerbread scents in the past. So anyway, these are my thoughts in terms of the first sniff impressions. Let me know if you have any questions, but I'll get to burning these, and then before I was gonna say this upcoming Tuesday, but next Tuesday, I will give you guys all of the post-burn reviews, so make sure that you're subscribed. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.